Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts video. Today for you guys, I wanted to talk about something pretty important that ended up happening with Kingdom Hearts last week. A pretty important mark in the Kingdom Hearts history, and that is the entirety of the series, obviously aside from Kingdom Hearts 3, coming to that of the Xbox platform. No longer is Kingdom Hearts pretty much primarily solely on Nintendo as well as PlayStation. PlayStation obviously hosting literally all of the games, and Nintendo having a few of the other ones like Recoded and Days. But now it is 100% multi-platform, with the entirety of the series being on both PlayStation and, of course, Xbox. Seriously, dude, if you were to have told me prior to the announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3 back in 2013 that eventually Xbox would have literally every single Kingdom Hearts game, I would have just been standing there like, what are you on, fucking drugs? But no, now we're here in like 2020, and yeah, quite literally every Kingdom Hearts game is on the Xbox system. So the release of the games sort of just came out of nowhere. Of course, we did know that eventually at some point this year, the Kingdom Hearts titles will be coming to Xbox, as it was revealed at XO19 last year. However, the release dates and all that just kind of popped up. There might be still some of you guys that don't even know as of right now you can actually go ahead and purchase both Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, as well as 2.8 for your Xbox system. Like right now, you can go play the games right now. They're available to purchase and play. That is because Square Enix didn't really do any prior marketing or advertising or promotion towards these games on Xbox until the actual day of release. Now, about a week beforehand, as these games were released on February 18th, about a week beforehand, there were some Microsoft Store listings where Kingdom Hearts 2.8 as well as 1.5 plus 2.5 were actually thrown up onto the Microsoft Store very briefly, and the release date of which was also attached to it, suggesting a February 17th/18th release date. Now, a lot of these store listings for the different region websites around the world were actually pulled down, but of course people ended up screenshotting the information anyway, and we had our release date bang smack there, and lo and behold, on that actual day the store listing was suggesting was the actual release day of these games on Xbox. But very strange that Square just really didn't do anything. Like, you kind of would have thought maybe at the start of the month, like a week beforehand, they would have sent out a tweet saying, this is it, Kingdom Hearts is finally coming to the Xbox systems on February 18th, but yeah, literally nothing. They decided to tie-ho and wait for the actual release day in itself, dropping 2 launch trailers for Kingdom Hearts 2.8 as well as Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 on the Xbox YouTube channel. They also sent out a tweet as well just saying that as of right now, for all regions, you can currently buy all of the classic Kingdom Hearts games on your Xbox system. Now, there are a few things that I want to talk about in the sense of Kingdom Hearts now being on Xbox, including the price of which, my opinions towards the entire thing being on a completely different system, as well as that a few different changes and I guess you could kind of say additions that have been added to the Xbox versions of these games. So starting off with the price. I definitely believe that the price that is marked for both Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and then 1.5 plus 2.5 over on the Microsoft Store is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Now, do know that currently, as of right now, there is no physical versions of 2.8 and 1.5 plus 2.5. You can only purchase this digitally over on the Microsoft Store. I'm sure, though, at some point, hopefully Square get together an Xbox physical for the game, as honestly, the digital prices are just absolutely absurd. When we look at Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 in New Zealand dollars, it's going for 90 buckaroos. When we look at Kingdom Hearts 2.8 over on the Microsoft Store with NZ dollars, we're looking at 105 bangarinos. Are you serious? What the fuck is going on here? Now, considering that as of right now, you can buy Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far, which is like a bundle that includes 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 for dang like 30 NZ dollars. This makes little to fucking no sense. I mean, I get with the digital tax and whatnot, kind of fucking ridiculous, but it's still, even with that in the mix of things, this really makes no sense. I think this kind of is a situation of Square trying to grab all the money they can initially with the initial rush of a lot of Xbox fans dipping into KH, but I'm sure sometime soon these will both be deducted in price. Hopefully. Because Kingdom Hearts 2.8, really, it's got one full game, a movie, and then like a little demo test of what is essentially Kingdom Hearts 3, though yes, it does contain some story, that is 0.2, marked at 105 New Zealand dollars, whereas you got this other bundle with 4 fully playable games, 2 movies, and it's $90. It makes no sense between the two, but even still so, the 1.5 and 2.5 price is just fucking ridiculous. 90! What? Now, as I said, there are actually some changes and additions to the Xbox versions of the classic games, which is quite interesting. I know a few people kind of talking about this, wondering if Square will end up maybe potentially patching some of the older games towards some of the things that still do need fixing. I know there are some FPS issues when it comes to some of the fights, specifically within Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, although I don't currently know if the whole gameplay side of things, in the sense of frame rate issues, have actually been fixed, there are actually some very interesting things here. So, starting off with this is a screenshot right here from Joe Dan, shout out to you, my man. He shared a lot of the sort of Xbox stuff when it comes to the new additions, and first things first, we're on the main menu of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 for the Xbox version. You can actually notice these like little progress bars under each of the titles, essentially displaying to you how far through each of the games you are. I don't know if this is a progress bar solely for the story of the game or absolutely everything, including 100%, you know, all the mini games, all the record completions and whatnot, but interesting, there are progress bars for the Xbox versions of the games. Thanks to Key to Truth as well, the Xbox version of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep now has a traditional Kingdom Hearts save menu. This is not apparent within the original Birth by Sleep on PSP, as well as the PlayStation 3 and 4 version of the game, due to the fact that the way the saving works for the PlayStation versions of Birth by Sleep is that it actually brings up the in-operating system saving for the actual game, meaning it brings up like the PlayStation own save menu type of thing. So of course Xbox doesn't have that, it just uses the actual in-game save system, and so they actually had to create one for the Xbox version of Birth by Sleep. It's real strange seeing a traditional Kingdom Hearts save menu within BBS, considering it never ever had one. And here's the Xbox UI whilst in-game for Kingdom Hearts 2. It's strange, like this is very, very weird to look at. Obviously, of course, we're kind of already used to this with Kingdom Hearts 3 initially releasing on Xbox on the same day as obviously the PlayStation version. So it's not totally weird, but more so to see these traditional Kingdom Hearts games with Xbox UI, it is a little, I will say that. Instead of course, the famous triangle appearing for your reaction commands, we got that Y, that fucking yellow Y right there. And then with the shortcuts as well, in the Kingdom Hearts 2 command menu, Y to grind, B to jump, X to get off, A to heal, flip. It's slightly cursed. It's kind of slightly cursed. You will also notice though, within this image, we can also see the triangle that comes over for what is usually meant to be the triangle reaction command prompts, but now still within the Xbox version. So Square didn't totally change up the reaction commands in that sense, as the triangle still to a degree kind of appears. When you go to press Y to save where you would usually press triangle in the PlayStation version, triangle still slightly appears in the Xbox version, very, very sneakily. So again, Square haven't totally removed the triangle from the reaction commands within Kingdom Hearts 2. Quite interesting, but again, it's just very strange to see these classic Kingdom Hearts titles with, of course, the Xbox buttons appearing. Another addition is that for the Xbox version of Kingdom Hearts 1, you are now finally able to skip the intro sequence. You still, to this day, can't do that on the PlayStation 4 version of Kingdom Hearts 1, so very interesting that they decided to chuck in, although it might be a very small change, it is one that I know a lot of people would really enjoy, especially for those people that consistently keep going back to Kingdom Hearts 1. We've seen the intro sequence how many times? I've lost count now. It would be absolutely fantastic to just be able to skip this bad boy. Now, one other thing reported by Violent Gamer, who has been experiencing some of the Kingdom Hearts games for himself over on Xbox, sent out this tweet just kind of listing some of the differences between the Xbox and PlayStation 4 version of Kingdom Hearts 1. Now, keeping in mind this is playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on an Xbox One X between that of a PlayStation 4 Pro. One thing that is very, very interesting is the faster loads. Apparently the load times on the Xbox One X are actually a bit faster than the load times on the PS4 Pro. Now, the biggest thing behind this is, even though the load times really aren't that bad on PS4 Pro and the difference isn't actually massively huge, this will overall, when you take into account absolutely all of the loads you'll be doing throughout the entirety of Kingdom Hearts 1, will significantly cut down speedrun times. So at this point, keeping in mind this is only Kingdom Hearts 1, I know that Violent Gamer was saying that like not much has really changed with KH2, not really noticing anything with BBS, this is just more so KH1, but specifically for KH1, Xbox is like the definitive console to use for speedrunning. So those are some of the changes that have come into the Xbox version of the original Kingdom Hearts games. I know some of these would be very much welcomed for the PlayStation version, maybe a small patch, we might end up seeing one at some point, but I honestly don't know. I know specifically for like the progression bars, that would be really cool to have on the PlayStation version, as well as that specifically the skippable Kingdom Hearts 1 intro cutscene. This needs to happen, and it's so weird that like they never ended up doing this with the PlayStation 4 version when those versions were released back in 2017. I just don't understand why they've now finally done it with specifically an Xbox version. But yeah, some of these additions I know will definitely be welcomed. I don't think that if, of course, we do get a patch to include some of these changes over to the PlayStation versions, I don't think we'll end up receiving the Birth by Sleep save menu, as there's really no need at this point. That's just like an extra little additional thing, as of course Xbox doesn't have like its own save system, it just uses the in-game save system, so there's no real need to kind of like change that. Though aesthetically speaking, I kind of would like that for my PlayStation version of BBS, but it's not a massive want or need. However, though, my overall opinion on this, seeing these classic Kingdom Hearts games coming to Xbox, this might be surprising to a lot of you, because for the most part, I am a PlayStation fanboy, but I have to say, man, like, I am actually really happy that this has happened. Now, you know, skip back to, like, 2013, when we got the announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3, and then shortly after that announcement, it was also announced that Kingdom Hearts 3 would also be coming to Xbox One as well. I will say that I was initially a little weirded out and a little bit rubbed the wrong way. Just hearing that a Kingdom Hearts game is coming on to Xbox after KH lying with PlayStation for such a long time was, yeah, really, really strange. But it's been many, many years since then. And of course, we've had Kingdom Hearts 3 on Xbox since Kingdom Hearts 3 released. It's been over a year now. We've had plenty of time to adjust to the fact that Kingdom Hearts is slowly but surely slipping in to a multi-platform space. And of course, it really only makes sense that if Square are going to put KH3 onto Xbox, you've got to put all the other games on as well. Kingdom Hearts is so story-driven, and in order to understand, you know, what the hell is going on left, right, and center, you're gonna need to play the previous games, so that KH3 does make a bit of sense. Of course, when KH3 did release, a lot of people over on the Xbox side of things were utterly complaining, saying, like, why have you released this if you're not even gonna bother to release the rest of the games? And I think really it stemmed from that massive outcry that Square probably made the decision to chuck these games on Xbox. I think it would have made a little bit more sense to actually do it shortly before the release of Kingdom Hearts 3 last year, but boys, we got there eventually. Essentially what this means is just more people are able to enjoy and experience these games. I'm sure there's plenty of people who use Xbox systems who are massive Kingdom Hearts fans who had a PS2 back in the day. But this also opens up the doors and gives other players on Xbox who have never heard of Kingdom Hearts the opportunity to actually play the entirety of the series on their system. And it's inevitable that going forward, of course, Kingdom Hearts will continue to release on the Xbox systems as well. Again, like I was saying at the start of the video, Kingdom Hearts is now a multi-platform series. So now that Xbox have finally received the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts series, you know what that's high time for. There are two other systems out there that are desperately crying out for the Kingdom Hearts treatment, and the PC and Switch just dang needs it. I think at this point, my priority would definitely be Switch. I would love to take the older classic games around with me literally wherever I go. And I know there's a big argument towards when we look at like the Unreal Kingdom Hearts games, the Unreal 4 ones, which is obviously back cover, 0.2 as well as Kingdom Hearts 3. The big argument here is that they couldn't run on Switch, but the games would be optimized so that they can. We've got games out there like Wolfenstein 2, The Witcher 3, although they kind of to certain degrees suffer from the downgrade of which you don't play the Switch versions of those games because they're like the definitive, because of course they're not. You play it for the portability behind it. It's a console on the go, essentially, and to be able to play the entirety of the series on the go would just be absolutely fantastic. And secondly, obviously PC. I would love the Kingdom Hearts games to come to PC. That would truly be the definitive system to play the games on, just because of the whole PC mustard race shit that goes on. You guys know it, but it's not really so much for that specifically. It would just more so be mod support. We already have like mods for a lot of the different Kingdom Hearts games through emulation, but in order to create these mods, the process is extremely hard. Doing so would be a lot easier if the game was actually properly ported over to the PC system. So PC is mainly just for the different mods and stuff that the community would come up with. So that right there is my entire thoughts and stuff on Kingdom Hearts now being multi-platform, as well as a few different additions and changes to that of the Xbox versions. In the comment section down below, guys, please do share your thoughts and opinions on this matter. However, I'm Cynical, hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.